Good morning, children of class 6th. Again we will study physics. This is my second video. In my previous videos I have explained about the matter. Now I am telling you the answers of the given assignment in the previous video. Answer of given assignment. Question 1. Explain with the help of an activity that solids and liquids have mass. Children, this is the answer. You have to draw the diagram and you have to write this investigation. You can use your own language also. Gases have mass. This experiment, you have to draw the diagram, and this investigation you have to write. This whole you have to write. Third question, solids and liquids occupy space. This is the answer. This diagram you will draw and this investigation whole you will write. Fourth question, liquids and gases occupy space. Answer here. This diagram you will draw and this whole experiment you will write. Now children, the next topic, states of matter. Matter exists in three states: solid, liquid, gas. Some of the examples of solids: chair, table. Many examples you can give: liquid, water, milk. Gas, example, oxygen, nitrogen, steam. Many examples you all can give. Now coming to the next part, why matter exists in three states. See, here I am explaining why matter exists in three different states. Listen my explanation. Matter consists of extremely small particles which are not visible to the unaided eye. The smallest particle of matter which can exist independently is called molecule. And these molecules are always in the state of continuous motion. This motion does not stop with time. Due to the continuous motion, all the molecules have kinetic energy. The space in between the molecules are called intermolecular space. Now children, see this figure. Here, these are the molecules. These are the molecules. They have shown in the solid, here in the liquid. These are the molecules. In gas, these are the molecules. Now the space, the empty space. The empty space between the molecules are called intermolecular space. See, in the case of solid, empty space is very less between the molecules. These are the molecules shown in solid. The molecules attract each other with a force that is called intermolecular force. What is intermolecular force? You can say the force of attraction between the molecules. See here see the figure in the molecules. See, the force of attraction is very large in solid. So in solid there is no intermolecular space and force of attraction is very large. Now coming to the here, now first I am discussing in the case of solid. In case of solid, the intermolecular force is strong. Here I have shown molecules are not free to change their position, so they are tightly packed. So what we will say, that solid has definite shape and volume. It cannot be compressed due to its very strong intermolecular force and negligible intermolecular space. Intermolecular space I have explained over here, the empty space between the molecules. And what is intermolecular force? The molecules attract each other with a force that is called intermolecular force. Now we will study the characteristics of a solid. What are the characteristics of a solid? Solids have a definite shape. Solids have definite volume. Solids do not flow, they get heat. Now you can see from this figure. See, you take a common salt in a bowl, empty it in a plate. What you will observe? That it gets heat. So you can say solids can be heat. Solids do not need a container to hold them. So now, what is solid? A material that has a definite shape and definite volume such that it can have any number of free surfaces is called solid. In case of liquid, intermolecular force is weak and intermolecular space is more as compared to solid. Children, you can see from the figure, these are the molecules and intermolecular space. These are the empty space between the molecules. So the molecules are free to change their position with the liquid. Thus we can say the liquid has definite volume but no definite shape. It can flow and needs a container to hold it. For this we will do some activity. Now this is the activity that liquids have only one free surfaces. Take a conical cup. Fill it with water. Observe the shape of the water. Now pour water from conical cup into the bowl. This is the bowl, second one. You will notice that the water flows into the bowl and takes the shape of the bowl, while its top surface is free and flat. Pour the water in a small bottle. You will notice that the water flows into the bottle and its top surface is free and flat. So from this experiment we conclude that liquids take the shape of the container and have only one definite free surface. Next investigation, we will see that liquids do not get compressed. Take a disposable syringe. See children, this is disposable syringe. Half fill it with water. See the figure. Close the nozzle of the syringe with a rubber cork. Now push the plunger inward and with maximum force and see your observation. What you will observe? You will observe that the plunger does not move inward on the application of the force. When the force is removed, the plunger does not move backward. Thus the volume of water does not change. So what we can say that liquids do not change their volume when compressive forces are applied. So what we can say, liquids, they have no definite shape. They have a definite volume. They have only one definite free surface, which is on the top of the vessel in which they are contained. They cannot be compressed. They always need some container, otherwise they starts flowing. So what is liquid? A material which has a definite volume but no definite shape and has only one free surface is called liquid. Now children, coming to the third case, in case of gas, intermolecular force is negligible and intermolecular space is far more as compared to liquid. See again children, see the figure. These are the molecules. They have intermolecular forces negligible. So the molecules are free to move in all direction and can fill the entire space available to them. So what we can say, gas has neither a definite volume nor a definite shape. It is easily compressed due to maximum intermolecular spaces. For this again we will do some experiments. Now first experiment, take a balloon. See this figure. Take a balloon, a football and a rubber doll and inflate all of them with air. What you will notice that the that they all will have different shapes. That is shapes of the containing vessel. What you will see that air have no shape of their own. Means gases take the shape of the container. Second experiment, that take out a fresh incense stick. See the figure and place it on the stand. This is the stand in the corner of the room. Light the sticks. you will be able to smell the odor everywhere in the room. Now what you can conclude from this experiment, that gases have no definite volume. They expand to fill all the space available to them. Third experiment, take a disposable syringe. This is a disposable syringe. Fill half of the syringe with air. Now you will fill with air. Close the nozzle of the syringe with a rubber cork. Now push the plunger inward with the maximum force and observe what happened. You will see that you are able to push the plunger somewhat inward after the compressive force is removed. The plunger again returns back to its original position. Now from this investigation you conclude that gases are compressible unlike solids and liquids. So gases have following characteristics. They have no definite shape. They have no definite volume. They have no free surfaces. They can be easily compressed. A material which has neither definite shape nor definite volume is easily compressed and has no free surface is called gas. Children, you can see the distinguishing properties of solid, liquid and gas. You can learn from here also. Coming to the assignment. Question 1. Define matter. Name its 3 states with 1 example each. B. What is matter comprised of? Question 2. Define liquid. Explain why liquids can flow but are not compressible. Question 3. What is gas? Give 2 examples. Distinguish between solid, liquid and gas on the basis of free surfaces. Question 4. Why do gases have no definite shape or volume? Question 5. Find the odd one out of table, vacuum, chalk, chair and stone. Question 6. Distinguish between the properties of a solid, liquid and a gas with respect to intermolecular forces, intermolecular spaces, how to contain them, compressibility, position of molecules with each other. Children, you have to do these questions in your physics notebook and I will check when the school will reopen.